What's up guys, GCMC here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we got week number 9 of my top 5 transfers of the week. So as always, if you can smash 2,000 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. In the comments below, let me know you think has been the best transfer of the week, and if you're new to my channel, click subscribe button for daily FIFA content. I just want to point out two things very quickly. The very first one is going to be Di Maria won't feature in this episode because his medical is, I think it's planned for tomorrow, which is Monday. Obviously me, he'd be in next week's episode. And also this episode has like kind of a theme of players that have moved to refine form. And as we always do, we're going to start with the honourable mentions. The very first one is going to be a young centre-back and another ATLETICO player following Mitrovic to Newcastle. That's going to be Mbemba, the Congolese defender. And then we're going to move on to Kishner. This one's probably more in terms of FIFA, as there's a new 5-star skiller in the Serie A. And then we have Ricky Lambert, a surprise one to be honest, going to West Brom. And the reason he's there is because I think honestly he'd do very well with that transfer. He actually scored 2 in his debut last night, which is like 3 hours after actually signing for them, which is pretty cool. And the next one is going to be Abu Diaby going to Marseille. I think we'd do very well there. And then we go on to Rudy Gestede, a big player. He's actually gone to Aston Villa, replacing Benteke from Blackburn. Played against him last season, Liverpool didn't, he absolutely destroyed us. We've got Jordan Ayew, another Aston Villa player, and finally Ibrahim Afellay going to Stoke City. But the first one is going to be Didier Drogba going to the MLS, and in particular Montreal Impact from Chelsea on a free transfer. He's 37 years old and he's valued at £700,000, which isn't much given that he is obviously getting very old now. He's played 40 games last season, getting 7 goals and 2 assists, but he did only feature in 1,505 minutes. So the reasons in my top 5 then. The very first one is going to be a massive name for the league and the franchise in general, because obviously the MLS, it's a growing league and it needs big names to help it grow, and Drogba is one of them players that can definitely do so. And when you talk about experienced players or experienced strikers, this guy definitely comes into that category. He's won Premier Leagues, he's won Champions Leagues as well, and also a lot of other trophies along the way, and he shows the development of the league in general, because I mean, get a name like Didier Drogba, say like 10 years ago, would be absolutely ridiculous, or like kind of not thought of. And also I also think he actually has something to offer at that level, and I do think it may be his last club before retiring. I think it's a 1-year contract, and I think that's when he'll hang up his boots next season, guys. So number 4 this week, we're going to have Steven Corker. He then has gone on loan to Southampton for this season from QPR. He's 23 years old, he's valued at £5.25 million. Last season, 36 games, 1 goal and 1 assist in 3,075 minutes. Again, for a defender, they aren't really stats you look at. Right, it is a loan move, and obviously he wants to stay in the Barclays Premier League. He's definitely good enough. He showed that at Cardiff, and also at QPR, just unfortunate to get relegated in both sides. And Southampton actually missed out on getting Toby Alderweireld, who went to Tottenham, and this guy, it's a good alternative. And everyone actually knows how good Southampton are at developing players, and it's more likely Liverpool pro bid for him next season, given the fact he's played for Southampton. That's a joke, don't take that seriously. For Steven Corker, I think it's a very good sign for Southampton, and hopefully he progresses. Number 3, and we got the first one coming into the actual category of a player that's moved to refine his form. That's going to be Stefan Jovetic going to Inter Milan. Now, Man City initially said, I think it's Man City said it was an 18-month loan, and Juventus said it was a permanent deal. But I think it is an 18-month loan deal with an £8.5 million buyout in January 2017. So I mean, there is kind of like a permanent transfer as it is anyway. He's 25 years old. He's valued at £10.5 million. Last season, 26 games, 5 goals and 4 assists. But again, just 1,185 minutes, whether that be through not actually getting in the team or whether he's probably injured, which is most likely the case. So again, he's really looking to reprove himself kind of thing, like he was at Fiorentina. He didn't cut it in the Barclays Premier League at Man City, and he actually took a dig at them in an interview saying that Man City is a graveyard. Despite still being technically owned by them, he's taking quite big shots. He did show glimpses of form last season that I think is a very start, and also part of pre-season, where he actually played Liverpool twice and he played very well against us as well. So I mean, I thought he kind of like got some kind of rhythm going, but he kind of got killed off as soon as he got dropped. And that's why I think he'll honestly do very well at Inter Milan, and hopefully he can get his form back. And now we move on to the second player of the episode, number 2 this week. We have got Filipe Luis. So he then has returned back to Atletico Madrid from Chelsea for £11.2 million this week. He's 29 years old, he's valued at £10.5 million, and last season played 26 games, getting 1 goal and 1 assist. But he was a second string left back last year behind Azpilicueta, given the fact that he only played 1,884 minutes. So again, he looks to prove himself again after a difficult season at Chelsea. He didn't fit in at all. I don't know. He's a great left back still. I think he'd do great at Atletico Madrid, and I think they've actually sold their left back as well, so he goes straight in that team. It is actually a good fee technically, because they actually sold him for £14 million or around that fee just a year ago now, and I mean they've actually bought him back for, like I said, £11.2 million. So they've made profit, and it's essentially a loan deal. And he is still a great left back that could probably go into most teams in Europe, and he was also a Brazilian international, so he's got a lot to offer, and I think he'll do very well back at Atletico Madrid. And number 1 this week, we're going to go with, it's a pretty obvious one, Arturo Vidal. So Vidal made the big money move from Juventus to Bayern Munich for £25.9 million, which nowadays isn't actually considered that big of a fee, especially how good he really is. He's 28 years old, he's valued at £29.4 million. Last season, 45 games, 8 goals and 4 assists. And amongst other clubs, he's also linked to the likes of Arsenal stuff, but he did choose Bayern Munich, the German champions, and I think he actually made his debut last night as well. But I mean, it's a massive massive signing. It's Sebastian Schweinsteiger replacement, and they've done it in style. It does add to the quality that Bayern already possess in that midfield area, the likes of Goetze, Alonso, Martinez, and I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head now, Douglas Costa, and obviously Arturo Vidal now. And it's a good fee. I mean, for a player of that like ability, 25 million isn't that much. He's a workhorse and he's also a world-class player. So, I mean, they've got a great deal out of this, and that is why he's my number one this week. So that is going to cover my top 5 transfers of the week, guys. So enjoy this video, smash the like button, 2,000 likes would be absolutely awesome. In the comments below, know what you think has been the best transfer of this week. And if you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, guys. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.